I'm Dr. Uche, a practicing physician who's been coaching others to write and publish their biographies since 2013. The first autobiographies I brought to publication were for my dad and granddad, and those took more than 5 years and lots of mistakes. On this channel, I will show you the tools I use to perfect the process so that you can have your biography done in 6 months or less without the delays and mistakes. Remember to subscribe and share with your friends. Let's dig in.
Do you sometimes wonder something else you can write that would be of help to your descendants, those coming after you? My brother asked me a question once, and that made me think. What did he ask me? Stay tuned. So my brother said to me, can you imagine what it would be if we had some understanding of how our parents used money, how they allocated funds? And then he said, I think I want to ask our dad to write his economic biography. I'd never even heard about such a thing. What do you mean by an economic biography? So he was talking about, my brother's an accountant. He was talking about how you can actually get a parent to write about, this is how I manage my funds as a young parent, as a young adult. This is how I spent here and spent there. And this is how I was able to save, and so on and so forth. And I'd never thought about that. But you know, a lot of us, I didn't come from a lot of money. I came from a family of educated parents, but there wasn't a lot of money floating around. And somehow they managed to take care of us and save some money and pay through college, pay through med school. I was a foreign student. I was not eligible for grants and loans. And my parents had to pay tuition for medical education for me, at the same time as raising 3 other children. An older sister in a private university with a lot of money that needed to be spent. And somehow they managed to do all that. And they managed to put together something, or put away a little bit for retirement, and have other projects, build a home. They built a home in my ancestral village in Nigeria in the southeast. So there are lots of things they were able to do. And you find yourself thinking, those were hard times, but somehow they did it. Is there something I could learn from how they managed money? That's something else you could write for your kids. That's something else you could write in your story. That's something else that could be helpful, even generations down the line. Now, things change, times change. And obviously, some of the concerns my parents, baby boomers, had is not the concern my generation, very older millennials or exennials, and the millennials and Gen Zs, we have slightly different concerns, but there are still things that can be extrapolated into our own lives, into our own circumstances, and would be useful. And that's what I'm talking about. By the same token, I'm urging you that this is yet another reason you could write down a few things. Don't be discouraged. You may look at your children today and say, I just don't see them needing it. What about in 10 years' time? People grow, people become. I love that word, becoming. People evolve, right? They start to need other things. Today, they may be single young adults. In 10, 20 years' time, they may be parents with a different set of challenges, a different set of needs. They may have better understanding, better appreciation for certain things you did that you're writing down today, okay? That's all I'm talking about in this video. What do you think? Have you ever thought about how you could learn from how your parents managed money? Let me know in the comments. I'll see you in my next video.